they play my song on so many different dials. Cause I got more hits than a disciplined child. So when they see me, everybody barracks. Man, I'm like a young gun, fully black.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this episode of Wrestle Talk with Bear and B-Dub. Today I have a guest host in the Stever. You might remember him from joining me in my WrestleMania reviews. This is it. This is WrestleMania is 2 days away. The Go Home Wrestle Talk with Bear and B-Dub episode. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go over all the matches and kind of give our predictions. Mm-hmm. And then I want you guys to follow up on them. And then after WrestleMania, we'll see who has the bet, who was right. So, let's start from the bottom, work our way to the top, meaning least significant to most significant. I'm starting with the women's match. No offense to the participants in this match. I'm not going to be a Michael Cole. He was just... Did you see on Raw? Mm-hmm. So the women be wrestling. Can I have your attention, please? Y'all just stop. And I'm like, it's disrespectful. But, so we have Nicole Snooki Palazzi, Trish Stratus, and John Morrison taking on Dolph Ziggler and Lay Cool with Vicky Guerrero.
Before John Morrison, I really hope they don't bury this guy.
Right.
Because the last two pay-per-views, he has done some of the most amazing things I have seen ever. Mm-hmm. And I just hope they don't waste his time.
I mean, really, and now it's almost set up like he really kind of is handicapped. It's not really much he can do. I mean, but at this, you can't do much with the women around. I mean, you're not gonna really get shine. But what I will admit is that Dolph Ziggler also had the last two pay-per-views were really good to him too. So they could have made this a one-on-one match and just had the women in the corner, in my opinion, and it would have been a good, solid match.
Yeah.
My opinion, though, Trish, this is her comeback to WrestleMania. I got them winning it. What do you think?
I got them winning it. Okay. I don't know. I just feel for John Morrison because it's.
Well, Bear said it like this. He says, not his time yet. I thought Morrison would get the title by SummerSlam.
I thought he was winning the title last pay-per-view. But I really hope they don't bury this guy. Like, he become another Billy Gunn. Like, Billy Gunn, I think, is one of the premier athletes at his time, I should say.
Yeah. That
never really got out of that tag team. He did the one Billy Gunn thing, and it just wasn't the same.
Right.
But John Morrison, when he came in, he did his tag team thing. And now that he's branched off and he's by himself, he's done some amazing things, and I'm very impressed with him.
Mm-hmm. You hit it right on the head. Let's see. The match I'm not looking forward to, another one, the 8-man tag match. I hope that this is first so they can get it out the way. Match booked last night on Raw, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was scratched at the last minute. And that's Kane, Big Show, Santino Marella, and Vladimir Kozlov taking on the Core with 2 R's. That's it. The Core. They missed the ball on Wade Barrett. I would have rather, than Kane. Did you see him last week?
Yes.
What the no blue? How was that?
Sweet cream on an ice cream sandwich. Like, I don't know.
I ain't understanding, but needless to say, I think the Core will win this one. I don't see them losing.
Let me say something about the Core, or whatever they're called. Mm-hmm. Like WC. It's just stupid. Okay. Let me just say that I don't like this new version of the NWO. That's basically what it is. You know why the look, let me tell you something. You fans out there that look at it now, let me tell you something why the NWO worked. They had established wrestlers do this. Not new people that nobody knows and nobody cares about. You have Jennifer Hudson's husband.
He's in there in Nexus.
In Nexus. But I'm just saying that it's the same thing. But it's just...
I mean, I like it. I mean, it's just... I like the core. I just don't want to see an 8-man tag. It's too many people in the ring. You know, especially when you got tag team belts that you're not defending. I would put the belts on the line.
Those ugly things. These are the most ugly belts I've ever
Hey,
seen.
the Spartans.
Like I said, they're the most ugliest belts I've ever seen. They look like way back when Pretty George was wrestling.
Yeah, they don't even deserve this much of our time.
Go ahead.
Rey Mysterio versus Cody Rhodes. Now, I'm not big on Cody Rhodes. Respect his family, where he come from, but I think I'm gonna put it like this: if they can have a 3.5 out of 5-star match, I'll be impressed and I'll change my mind. I think that this match, like I said, he got an opportunity to win my respect. Like, you know, I mean, I always thought DiBiase was the better of the group. Apparently, nobody else does in WWE because DiBiase is not appearing. So, like I said, if Cody can have a good match, he'll earn my respect.
But a side note, you know, in WrestleMania 16 2000, Chris Jericho was you know, a star, and you know, maybe he had plans.
Jericho was great in WCW and ECW and New Japan Pro Wrestling.
That's true.
I don't know about Cody, but he wasn't great in TNA or something like that. So,
Yeah,
Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan for the United States Championship.
I'm really excited about this. Once again, I am not a Sheamus fan, but I think this is going to be a very good match. I really think so. You don't think so?
I think so. They both can wrestle, so I think if they, you know, Sheamus had some great matches with John Morrison.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just because of Morrison. They both had great matches. And I think Daniel Bryan can wrestle. He's just corny. Like, that's why people don't like him. He's just corny. But
he's a wrestler.
yeah, he's a good wrestler, though. He was great on the independent scene. And, you know, so that's what I think. Randy Orton and CM Punk. Potential show stealer.
They have the potential.
Potential show stealer. I'm saying that because they've been building this one, and then it's been, you know, they've been going since the Royal Rumble. They've been going at it, and now I think Orton finally gets a chance to put his hand. And I always look at it like when you make the build-ups and you make it where they almost hate each other, it makes a lot more sense. And out of the whole card, with the exception of King and Cole, this has been the longest build-up. So this should be interesting.
I think it's going to be interesting because I'm a CM Punk kind of fan. I'm not agreeing with what he's doing right now and whatever that Straight Edge Society crap he was doing earlier. But I think this is going to be a very good match. A very good wrestling match. There's going to be a lot of outside, a lot of inside. Randy Orton can carry a match, but I think CM Punk, they're going to go back and forth. Yeah. Like B-Dub said, it's going to be a potential show stealer.
Now I'm gonna go on and let me say Randy Orton. I know I ain't get my predictions. I got Daniel Bryan's pulling off the upset against Sheamus.
I agree.
And I'm gonna go with Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio seems to not lose at too many WrestleManias. I think I'm gonna have to do my research on that. I was thinking about this and I meant to do it last week. I think it was only like 1 or 2 I really recall him ever losing at. So,
but one of them was like, what, 30 seconds?
No, that's when he won.
But, I mean, no, like one of his matches was like 30 seconds.
Yeah, against JBL.
Yeah, I don't really care.
This match I'm waiting for. Finally, after 17, 18 years with the business, Jerry the King Lawler gets his WrestleMania match to take on Michael Cole. Michael Cole's been that annoying heel that everybody in the WWE universe wants to smack and beat the mess out of, and Jerry gets the chance to do it. This has been a great build-up. I've been waiting. You've been waiting for it, you know, for all the insults, all the trash talking at No Way Out, Elimination Chamber, when Jerry was going for the WWE Championship and Michael Cole talked all his trash. When Jerry was going for it in the ladder matches, Cole cost him. Finally, and what better referee than Stone Cold Steve Austin? The only thing Stone Cold kind of lets you know, by him being a referee, kind of lets you know Jerry's going to win. But you know Austin's not going to really hold neither one of those gentlemen accountable for nothing. So I got Jerry winning this one.
I also have Jerry winning this, just as for him to say, to put on his, on his record that he won a WrestleMania.
Yeah, and then, his son came out a couple weeks on Raw, Brian Christopher, and was like, you never acknowledged me and that whole jibber jabber. And it might be a possibility he come out, say, apologize, Dad, I was wrong. You had your WrestleMania match, now I had mine, now you got yours.
Or they might do the totally different.
They better not let Jerry go back to commentating.
They might do that thing.
You're right, but I hope not.
He'll just he'll put his glasses on and do all that stuff and hit the leg drop.
Yeah. A match for the World Heavyweight Championship. This was confusing. Edge versus Alberto Del Rio. And the reason why, because, so you got Edge versus Del Rio, and now you constantly throwing Christian around. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows what generally happens at 75 to 85% at WrestleManias. The Royal Screwjob.
Yep.
The double crossing. So, I'm confused. Is perhaps Christian going to turn on Edge? Would it be like a WrestleMania 9 moment, Christian turn on Edge, and then he let Del Rio win and he wins the belt? I don't know. So this is going to be interesting. I'm waiting to see it. I hope Del Rio don't win the title. I'm not a Del Rio fan. I respect what he does. I just don't want to see him get the belt right now.
Yeah, I think it's too early for him. Me personally, even when he won the Royal Rumble, I don't...
Yeah, I mean, and I respect what he did down in Mexico. I know he was big down there, but
he's just not. They gave him. That's why I got mad. I got physically mad that they pushed Del Rio or not John Morrison. That's all I have to say about that. I want Edge to win. That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my prediction. I'm gonna predict Edge in this one. It's kind of hard, but I'm gonna predict Edge in this one. This match, a no-holds-barred match, removed 10 years from the first match. Triple H versus The Undertaker. There ain't no grave that can hold The Undertaker's body down. This match, they're coming at each other from more of a respect thing. Mm-hmm. You saw Raw, Triple H basically stated, that he respected him and this, that, and the other, but, him and Shawn Michaels looked at and they had a pact that if it was their time, they would tell the other one to sit down and beat him down. And Undertaker said, it's not, if I was ready for that, I would call on you to put me down, but, so it's a respect factor here. But you got to understand, HBK has said it on Twitter that he is at WrestleMania. You got to be wondering, will he get involved?
I do believe he's going to get involved. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Here's a twist. I think he's going to get involved against Triple H.
You think so?
I'm saying it right now. He's going to keep Undertaker's streak alive. I'm saying it right now.
I don't think so. Right I do think it might be one of them things where he might hit both of them with the Sweet Chin music.
And he'll cover Undertaker over Triple H.
I don't think that. I think he'll just do that and get his satisfaction, walk out and leave them both flat in the ring. That'll get them old bones some time to rest. But that's my opinion. In the end, Undertaker. I'm not going against the Undertaker. If I had to bet, I'd bet the Undertaker.
That's a pretty strong bet. Undertaker's going to retire with that record.
Hopefully.
I mean, I really think Shawn Michaels going to... If you looked at that face-to-face and Shawn was so far back and he was looking like, I don't know.
You can't do it. You can't do it.
Shawn Michaels has a history of, doing those types of things.
Yeah. And last but not least, the main event, in my opinion, for the WWE Championship, the most must-see WWE Champion, The Miz, taking on Steve's hero, John Cena. Wait, did you see what The Miz did to the title?
Yes, he did.
Isn't that lovely? He took John Cena's title, the title Cena brought, and made the WWE logo upside down. Said it stands for Must See Champion.
This is the first time I can go on record and say I want John Cena to kick his ass. Because
come on, man,
he sucks. Okay, John Cena sucks. But you know why I want to see this? Because my favorite wrestler, hailing from Miami, Florida, the Brahma Bull, the great one, The Rock. Because you know what? I think The Miz is going to win. Because you know why he's going to win? Because The Rock's going to come down and lay that smack down on his Rooty Poo Candy.
That's enough. See, Steve's getting a little excited. Talking about The Rock. The bottom line is, yes, The Rock is the guest host. He will be hosting WrestleMania. So that means, and The Rock, he's not going to take somebody giving him an attitude adjustment. So this one's going to be interesting. And I'm still confused on this one. I mean, because, I think Cena's going to win, but then I'm like, but then it'll be Cena's fourth WrestleMania in a row, or third WrestleMania in a row, where he wins the title. Like WrestleMania 24, 25, 26. Yeah, fourth. No, 25, 26, 27. Third, I'm sorry. So it'll be his third WrestleMania where he wins the title. But then it's like, The Miz could really, I don't know. I'm going to go against what everybody else is saying. I'm going to go with The Miz. But, because I think The Rock might do something, cost Cena the title. After what Cena did to The Rock, after he missed, he bottom line, that's what I'm going with.
Well, I think Cena is going to kick his butt, basically.
Alright.
Because, The Miz, though, he's awesome.
Oh,
because he's The Miz, and he sucks.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to post your predictions. Visit us on Facebook at Wrestle Talk with Bear and B Dub. Find us on Twitter at Bear and B Dub, or find Stever at Stever1184. Ladies and gentlemen, WrestleMania is this Sunday, and we will be filming as soon as the show is concluded. Ladies and gentlemen, until then, we will be interacting with you on all the social networks. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Wrestle Talk with Bear and B Dub.